Welcome to Skully's Longbox, where in this episode we cover the New 52 origin of Batman. Our story begins with a beaten and broken man sitting in a chair, asking a bust of his father for advice, asking where did he go wrong, what happened to get him to this point. 17 years earlier, the same young boy is leaving the movies with his father and mother after seeing Zorro. They're a happy young family from a rich background. Father, Thomas Wayne, a famous doctor, and the mother, Martha Wayne, known far and wide for her work with charities. And lastly, their son, Bruce Wayne, heir to their fortunes. On their way home, the family is tired and decide to take a shortcut through an alley to get home. Unfortunately, as they round the corner, they find a gun pointed in their face. The man wanted all their valuables and did not want to cause a big scene. Thomas tried to talk the man down. He tried to give him everything the man was asking for, but the man in the shadows, for reasons known only to him, decided to pull the trigger, killing Thomas. In his panic, he shot Martha as well, and then turned his gun on Bruce, only to run off into the darkness moments later. The randomness of this event affected Bruce in ways no one could ever imagine. At his parents' funerals, he was not even crying. He just stood there, expressionless. Not long after that, his butler, Alfred, came to him, trying to cheer him up, but Bruce turned to him and told him that he was never going to let anything like this happen to anyone else. Shortly after that conversation, Bruce disappeared for years. Bruce traveled the world, not to see the sights, but to train. He trained in every way. Martial arts, technology, driving, you name it, he trained in it. Even the art of killing, even though he would never follow through with it and take a life, all so he could go back and start fighting to change things, so they would never be like they were that night. Fortunately, what Bruce didn't know is that while he was training, the city was changing. It had grew colder and more dangerous than ever. Bruce learned this the hard way after the Red Hood gang almost beat him to death and let him know that even after everything that he had done, everything that he had accomplished, it still wasn't enough to fix what was broken. He crawled from the rubble and he managed to get himself home, only to collapse into the floor where Alfred finds him and patches him up. Now we're back to where our story started. A broken man, talking to a statue, trying to figure out where he went wrong. He wanted a sign, anything, to show him what he needed to do. He realized that he needed to strike fear into the hearts of criminals. Then he saw it, a bat, and he said, "Yes, Father, I shall become a bat." Now we move on to the information part of our video. Batman's real name is Bruce Wayne, who is a billionaire playboy who runs Wayne Enterprises. He took up the mantle of Batman at the age of 25. Batman has no powers whatsoever, and he is what most people would call a peak human, meaning that he has trained his mind and his body to the point of peak human performance, boasting an IQ of no less than 192 and being able to bench 1,000 pounds. Batman also employs gadgets to aid him in his crusade, from the Batarang to his Thrasher suit. Batman has a gadget or can make a gadget for any situation. Batman also has a son named Damian Wayne, with Ra's al Ghul's daughter, Talia al Ghul. Batman is often accompanied into battle with Robin, who has been different people at different times, but is currently his son, Damian. Batman has trained in every martial art of the 21st century. Some of Batman's rogues include Two-Face, the Riddler, Killer Croc, and of course the Joker, just to name a few. When Batman is at his peak, he can defeat anyone, even Superman. Batman is very driven, almost to the point of insanity. He often says that the only thing that's different between him and the people that he's fighting is the fact that he does not kill people. And he often struggles with this, knowing that it is the only way that he can truly stop people like the Joker, but he's afraid that once he crosses that line, he won't be able to come back. Well, that's going to bring our video to an end, but if you have an origin you would like to see, put it down in the comments. And like always, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. But their greed had blinded them to this fact. One day, Krypton's foremost scientist, Jor-El, came before the Council of Leaders and told them of his tragic death. He does put him at the bottom of this list. He can be hurt by very powerful magic. Spectre is bound to a mortal host, and while his power is great,